Pepsi bottle, a Coca-Cola glass. I don't give a damn.
Hello everybody. So, as part of the celebration for the Season 3 release of Stranger Things, Netflix partnered with Coca-Cola to finally re-release New Coke. For those of you who don't know, Coca-Cola originally released New Coke in 1985. I think the idea was that it was supposed to taste more like Pepsi, because Pepsi was gaining some ground in the market in the mid-'80s, although it never overtook Coke. Coke has always been the most popular soda. And if I'm being honest, it might be very basic of me, but Coke is probably my favorite soda, and I'm a huge fan of everything 80s, so I was really excited to see that they were re-releasing this this year, as this is supposed to be I feel wrong saying original, but the original New Coke flavor from the 80s. So I thought it would be fun to just try the New Coke, see how it tastes, and then take a sip of regular Coke and Pepsi and see if this tastes closer to one or the other, or if there's any difference at all, you know? I don't know. To be honest, I'm probably in over my head here because I don't even know if I have the palate for this. I just know that I like Coke and I like the 80s, and I thought this could be kind of funny. So here's New Coke, and I'm going to pour it in my Steve Miller Joker pint glass, which I got at a Steve Miller concert in 2010. So I think this is the first time I'm using it. You know, special occasions only. So let's check out New Coke. Oh, you hear that? Alright. Smells like 1985. That sure is cola. Gosh, yeah, it doesn't taste, I don't know if I have a comment for it. It doesn't taste anything different than maybe maybe regular Coke. Yeah. Maybe a little flat.
Sort of flat, and it is sweet, sort of like you left it in an open can in the refrigerator a while.
Some were outraged.
So, let's move on to see if it tastes more like original flavor Coke or its big competitor Pepsi. Okay, now this is where I have to focus. This is a stupid idea. Actually, now I'm starting to have this again. It tastes kind of flat. And I just got this. This arrived like 2 weeks ago. Alright, let's try the regular Coke. Oh, okay, yeah. A little bit of a difference. And I'm enjoying this more. Yeah, I think the New Coke, it tastes more like an off-brand. I mean, I guess I'm more, you know, I prefer regular Coke, but this isn't like bad. This can, I think, is just a little flat. But let's see if it tastes like Pepsi. So here's the New Coke. Oh. And the Pepsi. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, a little similar. I don't know how to describe I don't know how to describe it, except this tastes more like that than this tastes like that. Great content. Aren't you glad you tuned in? Yeah, this is the kind of quality content that I produce here on this channel. This novelty soda tastes a little bit more like this wildly popular soda than this wildly popular soda. The more you know.
So, new Coke is catching on. The taste is better and newer than. You said the P word. So, what I want to know is, if you're drinking Coke, who's drinking Pepsi?
Yeah, the only thing it's really coming to my head now is I definitely prefer the flavor of Coke to Pepsi. And, you know, and I'm sure there's people out there who don't drink soda at all thinking I must be a maniac to actually have that opinion, but I do. I think Coke tastes better.
If you tamper with the formula of classic Coca-Cola, suddenly we've got problems. Suddenly there are riots in the streets.
So yeah, so I think in 1985 I would also have been rioting in the streets over this. I would have wrote some letters. Yeah, I'm a little let down. This just isn't, it's not very good, you know. But maybe I'm not let down. Maybe that's a positive. Maybe the lesson here is New Coke failed for a reason. It's not better than original formula. And it exists really only now as what it is, just kind of a novelty. Like here, this was something we tried, that failed.
On Close Up this morning, a tale of two Cokes. Some call it the marketing goof of the century.
Yeah, I thought it was a big scam. I thought it was a great publicity gimmick when they changed their formula and then, they got the world's attention. We're changing it back.
And I'm the sap that paid $20 for this. But it is kind of interesting. I mean, the story of New Coke, it's always the story that's more interesting than the actual product. Because it was a huge, I guess, business story of 1985.
Death and taxes and the picture of George Washington on the dollar bill, those are among the few constants in a changing world. But now another of those constants may be changing. Coca-Cola is about to announce what it calls the most significant development in its history.
You know, I remember watching, VH1, I Love the 80s, and they had a whole segment on New Coke.
Back in the 80s, Coca-Cola had original formula, and for some reason they said, you know what, we're going to New Coke.
A new taste destined to refresh tomorrow's world.
And it seems fairly obvious that when you look back and you realize that Coke tried to gain market share by mimicking a company with significantly less market share. I guess unless you really like Pepsi. If you're someone who really likes Pepsi and can't stand Coke, then actually you probably would like this. So that would be the only reason to be a little disappointed. As if you don't like classic Coke. So, okay. Well, this was kind of fun. I don't know if I'll ever have this opportunity again, but here are some soda hot takes for you. For starters, I'll go on record, like I've said before, Coke is probably my favorite soda. If there's any variation, I might prefer on some days, maybe vanilla Coke. And if you want to get nuts, my absolute favorite variation is you have to go to a chain restaurant that has those digital soda fountains with the touchscreen. And if you can get a lemon-flavored Coke, that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of lemon in a Coke. Now we're talking. And I don't think that was ever in cans with Coke. I remember when I was back in high school, Pepsi did it. You could get Pepsi Twist. And on occasion, that was a great treat if I could find it in the stores. But I really liked that. I wish they would bring that back. And another thing, one thing I would really wish came back is I wish Pepsi would bring back Pepsi Holiday Spice. Who else remembers Pepsi Holiday Spice? It was only for a couple of years, like 2004, 2005, 06, somewhere around there. I was in high school, And right around the holidays when they put that out, I enjoyed that. So if these soda companies, you know, are open to doing these re-releases, that one's got to come back. And Pepsi had previously been way cooler than Coke because Pepsi re-released Crystal Pepsi in like 2015, and I was really excited for that. So I guess what I'm saying is I wish these soda companies would take these flavors that didn't sell very well and re-release them maybe a little more regularly. Sporadically, sure, every now and again, but something where like you can at least expect like, well, in a couple of years they'll put Crystal Pepsi out again. And I know you can still get that somewhere. I remember, you know, they first brought Crystal Pepsi back in 2015 and that was really cool. And then I think I had a couple last year. But like when I looked on the website, it wasn't available anywhere now, at least around me. The one I want to see come back, and this is on Pepsi, Pepsi Holiday Spice. Make it happen. So I can try it, do a video like this, and get embarrassed on camera because I'm sure it's not as good as I remember, or even good at all, because I don't remember it that well. So I'll conclude by saying I feel a little silly, a little conflicted doing a video like this because these type of videos are really just advertisements for the products, and in the words of Neil Young, I'm not singing for Pepsi and I'm not singing for Coke. So I have included a link in the description below that will take you to a website that sheds a little light on Coca-Cola's truly awful history, as Coca-Cola is an atrocious company with a miserable human rights record, a lot of labor abuses with this company.
Introducing the great new taste of Coca-Cola, the best tasting Coke in the history of ever.
And it's been going on for years, particularly in Latin America, lots of exploitation. So if you're interested, please read up on that. I think everyone has a responsibility to know where the stuff they like comes from. And if you don't want to read it, hey, that's fine too. You do you. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching this video. If you're new to this channel, I will say I don't normally do videos like this, but if you're a fan of 80s pop culture, particularly movies or music or even board games, please hit subscribe. Please check out some of the other videos here on this channel. I promise you'll find something you enjoy. So that's all I've got today. Gave New Coke a try. I checked that off my bucket list. Turns out I wasn't missing much, but had a little fun. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving us a chance here, and best wishes. And Neil Young, play us out.
Ain't singing for Pepsi, ain't singing for Coke, I don't sing for nobody, makes me look like a joke. There's notes for you.